know you're somewhere.
Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Aries, you guys got number 48 in reverse, Porcupine Spirit. Time for a beginner mind. This is reminding me a little bit of Capricorn's read. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, this could be for you. This seems like, with this in reverse, it's like you're promised to something already, or there's something that like you're giving a lot of your time and attention to, and it kind of seems like there's no way out of it with the cross. It's like, oh, I have to. It's kind of like if you commit to a job, right? Like that's your hours, that's what you get paid, and that's what you're signing up for, and you're committed to that, right? Like you either quit, or you continue on with your commitment. But it feels like there's a commitment here that's not allowing for other things to happen. So it's like if you want to go to a baseball game, you can't go because you have work, right? Like that's the simplified version of this. There's something here that I feel like you're committed to that you can't necessarily get out of. And for some reason, I feel like it's becoming a burden for you. Like it's becoming exhausting. It could be a job, because I keep talking about jobs. It could be a job for some of you. Like the ring doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. In Capricorn's read, it was like a marriage that someone was tied to, and that someone felt no longer was serving them, or was no longer, in alignment with who they were as a person, and they couldn't get out of it, basically. This read feels like someone is tied to something. Could be career, could be a relationship, and they can't get out of it. It's like the same vibe. So let's see what's going on here, Aries. So yeah, Aries, it kind of feels like somebody here, it's exactly what I was saying. If someone was given the chance, they would 100% go, because they know deep down, and not even only intuitively, like it's not only someone's intuition that's screaming to them, hey, this is not right, but like they've, when you've been in a situation for long enough to kind of learn that things aren't going to change, things are always going to be the same, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter like how much I put work into it, it's not going to give me what I need, right? Or what I want at the end of the day. So it's like it's more than just like a gut feeling. It's actually just been proven, right? It's like been proven that this isn't going to work. It's been proven that this doesn't work. And someone here is tied down. And I think the reason that it's becoming very difficult is because someone is emotionally involved. So it's like the emotions or the love is what's keeping someone here. Because at the bottom of this deck, we have emotions, and at the bottom and like here at the end, we have emotions. So we have emotions here twice. This could be you, Queen of Wands, or you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But yeah, it's like, I'm getting the feeling that if you could leave, you would leave. Like you want to go. If you could go, you would go. But what's holding you back is love, I guess. So this kind of feels like it's a relationship. And then you end with the crone, which is interesting because I feel like the crone is somebody maybe older than you that's advising you, or it could be like a mother or grandmother. Or honestly, I think it could also be like a spirit guide or an angel, like somebody trying to guide you. And I feel like the crone is someone who's been through a similar experience, something similar. Like the crone she's a, character in the deck that knows a lot because she's experienced a lot, right? Like she has the experience of like most situations. So it's like, I feel like she's guiding you through this because she's been through something similar, or she's trying to guide you, or it could be your higher self trying to guide you. That's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like, I think you know deep down what you need to do. I think you know deep down what you have to do, but at the end of the day, you're still stuck here. Because time for a beginner mind is like, okay, it's time to start over again. It's time to begin again. And then you're not doing that. So you must really love this person. If this is it, like you being involved with somebody, or you must really love this job. I really feel like it's a person though, because emotions are here twice. So it's like, it's not just the fact that with careers, we could have a lot of passion for our careers, but I'm really getting the fact that this is emotions. Like emotions are pulling you towards this person, or keeping you with this person, basically. Let's pull more on like who this person is It's giving me Capricorn vibes though, so if you're dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, yeah. So Aries, I really feel like there's a guide here that's trying really hard to help you guys. It could be like you're just your higher self, or it could be, you know, like a mother figure that has passed away. I just get with the crone, there's someone here that's like trying really hard to get your attention. And it's because they see that you're suffering. I feel like you're suffering, to be honest. Like, I feel like you're not happy. I feel like you're not okay. And I think they're trying really hard to kind of show you that there is another way. There is another path. There is an alternative like mode of action here. And it's not in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you feel trapped, but I feel like somebody feels trapped. Someone feels like they can't move. Someone feels like, for some reason, this decision, it's like it's been taken from you. But in reality, it's like maybe you've given your power away, but the actual decision is in your hands. And I feel like that's what your spirit guide or your higher self or I honestly feel like it could be a mother who's passed away, or it could be someone, like, it's someone feminine. It could be just someone from your like soul family on the other side. You guys take what like resonates with you, or grandmother, right? But this crone is definitely someone who's like, hey, you're not confused. You're not confused. Like, what you're feeling it's not only valid, but it actually, it's like, I don't understand why you're not even giving yourself validity to your own feelings. Like, let's just say you feel trapped, you feel unhappy, you feel burdened. It's like, well, that doesn't matter. And I'm wondering why you feel like that. I wonder if you think like this is all there is. Because I kept hearing that song, is that all there is? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? I don't know. I don't even know who sings that song. I just kept hearing that in my head. Is that all there is? Is that all there is, when I was shuffling. So I feel like somebody here, the reason that you're not leaving, the reason that you're not doing things like moving forward, is because I think in some part of you feels like that's all there is in reality. Like, if you're dealing with a toxic partner, you're like, well, everyone's going to be toxic. And it's true. Like, everyone is going to hurt you one day. Like, that's true. Like, you can get into any relationship and you will probably get hurt eventually. Like, someone will make a mistake and it will hurt you. But this feels toxic. It doesn't feel like, oh, I made a mistake, I'm so sorry, sweetie, right? Like, you know, I forgot to, you know, I said something stupid and I didn't mean to. Like, that's different, you know? This is like the idea that this is all there is, right? There's nothing that could be better for me. There's nothing that I could do that's gonna make things better. You know what I mean? I can't, it's like I can't get better. I can't do better for myself. And I don't understand where that mentality comes from, because I feel like 100% that's not true. Like, you can do better. This is not all there is. I feel like you have someone that comes in and out of your life in this Page of Cups energy, which is like, hey, I'm so sorry for this, this, and that. Let's make up. Let's like work on this relationship. You know, I didn't mean it. And then they're like the most toxic piece of shit. Like, that's what I'm getting here with the 10 of Wands and the Page of Cups, and like these two cards, and then we have the Devil with the Ace of Wands. I feel like they always say something that like will make you, I feel like you're the type of person where you're going to try to keep this relationship going because you're the type of person that is loyal. You know what I mean? And you're the type of person that wants things to be, you know, like you want to say that you put in the work. Like, you never want to say like, oh, I gave up on this person. Like, I feel like there's something about giving up on a person that you're just not about. Like, you don't agree with it. You don't like it. You think that people should work on their relationships, which I think, again, shows how loyal you are, right? But there's something about this person that you're dealing with that they don't care. I hate to say it, but Pages of Cups, they're like master manipulators in my mind. Because I always see this red string at the bottom as like someone who likes to string people along, someone who likes everything to be kind of their way, someone who, they don't want one, they don't want two, they want like 10. Do you know what I mean? Like, a very selfish person, someone that just comes in and out to get what they want. And then when they're done with what they want, which I feel like is stringing you along, and telling you everything's okay. They say like, we're going to start again, things are going to be different. And then I feel kind of even abuse here, to be honest, with the devil and the Ace of Wands and the Page. It's kind of like, this person's going to be even abusive, and like, it doesn't have to be like physically abusive, it could be like emotionally abusive, right? And it feels more emotional with the Page of Cups. It's like there's somebody who maybe lies about how much they care and how much they want you and how much you matter to them, but then they don't show it through action. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're always like, we'll start again, things will be different. And then it's never different with the devil. So that's why I feel like that's what's keeping you tied, like your loyalty to this person and your idea of like not wanting to give up on a person. But like deep down, you are 100% sure that like this person's not meant for you. I think you are. Like, I think you are. I think maybe at one point you didn't know that, because with that song, Is That All There Is? I think you thought like, I guess this is what love is. I guess this is what relationships are. You know, I'm in love with this person, and this must be how all relationships are. When you're in love with someone, you know, you go through like your ups and downs, and that's just life. But this is not normal. The Ace of Wands and the devil like is telling me this. It's not normal. It's not normal. Like, this person is toxic. And I feel like emotionally manipulative or emotionally abusive, like emotionally something bad, you know. I think could be both, like abusive and manipulative, right? Because it's very manipulative to say to somebody how much you care only when it's convenient to you. So let's just say like they see you moving on, they see that you met somebody new, and then they're like, oh, they come back into your life like 100%. That's kind of how they feel too. Like, they feel like somebody who comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. So like their energy maybe they're always present, but their energy comes and goes. So they like ignore you until it's the convenient time for them. And then they'll come back in full swing and be that person that you love. But at the end of the day, that person only lasts like a week or two. Then they kind of move on into different, into a different, into their selfish, whatever they're thinking about. And they go back to you. Like, it kind of feels like an abusive relationship, to be honest. I think the whole mentality of like, is that all there is what kind of fucked you in the first place, Aries. I'm gonna be honest, because maybe you're just, I think it's part of like you being a little bit naive, but also part of you being just such a loyal person that you don't really, and this could be reversed also, like you might be the cross watcher for Aries, but whatever, take the energy as it resonates. I just feel like that mentality has really fucked you here, because at the end of the day, this is not all there is. And I think like accepting toxicity is something that like we do when we maybe like, again, you just felt like that's all there was. You really felt like that's all there was. I don't know if you're this Queen of Fire or if you're this King of Swords. I want to find out if you're the masculine or the feminine here. Hold on. Because like the way the cards are situated at first made me feel like you're the feminine, but now I feel like I'm speaking to a masculine. So let me see something. We have a masculine here, King of Swords. That's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The devil here is Capricorn energy. I did sense some sort of Capricorn here. We also have Cancer here and Libra. So I feel like I'm speaking to a feminine right now. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we're speaking about a feminine Aries who's dealing with perhaps an air sign. It doesn't have to be. You could be dealing with an air sign, or you could be dealing with like an earth sign. I'm getting a lot of earth and air. I feel like I honestly do feel like this relationship could be like really not only toxic, not only like abusive, but yeah, it's coming up marriage and bad health. Like, this is like concerning to me. And then concern. I really feel like if you're in a situation where you need like medical attention or you need like actual help, like this tarot is not gonna help you to the full extent that you need it to be. Like, I can't go there and like go get you out of a house. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need to go to someone who can actually be there for you and get you out of this, if that's like a concern, like if safety is a concern, right? Or there is abuse actually going on. Like, tarot is not the key, because even if you knew what to do, you would still be too scared to do it. I think you need like more help. And I think there's nothing wrong with asking for help at times. Everybody needs it. And I think this would be a situation if you are in an abusive relationship where you could actually, yes, go get help. Like, that's literally And it doesn't have to be like the police. It could literally be like a sibling or a parent or someone who like, you know, will be there for you. And I don't think there has to be any judgment. I think it's more of like people just want to help. Like I think like you feel like people want to judge you for being in this relationship, but I honestly don't feel like anybody here wants to judge you. Everybody here just wants to help you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like deep down you know what you need to do, right? But like the only thing that I feel like is keeping you back is the fact that like, yeah, you limited yourself thinking like this is all there was, but at the same time like limiting yourself thinking like people are just going to judge me. No one wants to judge somebody, trust me. Like people most likely, more than not, like want to help. Like it's not like you're asking like an arch nemesis for help, right? Like you're going to ask somebody who cares about you, right? I just feel like you're dealing with a master manipulator, like someone who they say they love you, they say they care, and then they betray you the next moment. Do you know what I'm saying? And they say like, then they say everything's gonna be different and everything's gonna be better and everything's gonna be okay, and it's not. The crazy thing is like, you are a gift to this person in their life, and they're not stupid and they know that. But the reality of the situation is like people are limited, right? People are limited, and this person, as much as I feel like you think they can change, and like you see their heart and you see who they are, maybe you think this person at the end of the day is a good, genuine person, but at the same time, they don't act like a good, genuine person. Unfortunately, I don't think you should wait around to see when they're going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like I do believe everyone has the capacity to change and be better, but not when it comes to this individual. I'll be honest. Just because like, yeah, I do believe they have the capacity to change. And yes, I do believe that maybe one day they will. But the whole thing about that is like, you have to choose to change, right? And I don't feel like this person is choosing to change. This person is choosing to remain the same. What they're choosing to do is lie about it and say that things will be better, right? I think you need to get as far away from this person as you can, to be honest. I think like this is some sort of cycle. It could be even generational, because I was getting a lot about a mother and a grandmother that like you've held on to for like way too long. Like you've accepted this type of treatment, and maybe your cousins do, or maybe your mother does, or maybe that's why it's so hard to find someone to help you. But at the end of the day, this shit should be broken by you. Like you're not the person that's supposed to keep enabling this type of behavior. And you do have someone here that is trying to guide you. I feel like it could be I feel like it's someone who's passed away. But they're trying to guide you. They really are. I feel like they keep trying to say you're not confused. I feel like someone is like telling you you're confused, you don't know what you're saying. And the reality is like you're not confused at all. You know that this person's lying. And I think maybe what keeps you around is the thought that like maybe not only like maybe you can't do better, but like the fact that you might think that this person, like maybe you and this person have kids, right? And maybe this person doesn't like sleep around. Like I think that might be like the only thing that this person might not do, right? Like this person, we have a lot of threes in reverse. I feel like this person might not like sleep with other women, or like again, it could be reversed, but they don't sleep with anybody. Like they actually don't, or that's like something you think. So you think like this type of treatment is okay. But like that can't be like the only benefit of this person. I'm sorry. Like that's like the bare minimum. Like yes, you decided to like marry me and we decided to get into commitment, and that was like the oath that you took like the first day. Like okay, like this person doesn't get credit for that, for like keeping an oath. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's a lot about like a bare minimum here that you're accepting and that you think is normal. And it's not normal. Like you could have so much more, Aries. And it's just like, this makes me really sad. Because you know this person lies, you know this person manipulates, you know they're abusive, and like it's just, when is it going to be enough for you to like actually leave? I think you're meant to break some sort of generational thing that's going on here. Like if this is a generational thing, I think you're meant to give yourself a lot more credit than you give yourself. But I think it's hard because you've been like here for too long. That's how I'm hearing. Like you've been here for too long. And you have someone trying to help you, a grandmother, a mom, somebody here, trying to get you out of the situation. Or maybe they're saying like that's who you should turn to. And honestly, like even if those are the types of people in your life, like your mother, your grandmother accepted this type of treatment, there's someone here that does not want you to like accept this anymore. They keep saying you're not confused, you know exactly what you should do. It doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like, you have to leave. Adjudication, like, make the decision. Like, yeah, you're keeping yourself imprisoned. Like, you are the one keeping yourself imprisoned. It's time to leave. Yeah, it's time to leave. And they say, like, great fortune will come your way with sudden wealth. Like, your life will be ultimately so much better. You just don't understand it because you're stuck here. So Aries, I don't want to get deeper into the energy because I'm getting like sick here. But I definitely feel like it's time to leave. Again, if you need like help, like call somebody who can help you, please. Like, again, this is like to help guide you, but at the end of the day, like, the only person who can do this is you. Okay? Let's pull you advice. Okay, so see, I feel like these divine feminines, I feel like you got 2 for a reason, and then you have even Khadijah at the bottom of the deck for a reason. Like, they all came out for a reason. So I feel like Dakini is the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition. Exactly. Like, there's something here about how you're not confused. Like, you keep saying to yourself, I'm wrong. I'm not right about this. Like, you know, I'm just seeing things like the wrong way. No, you're 100% right. Your gut is right. Like, stop discrediting yourself. 1. Then you have Vajrayogini, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. This is basically the card that says, like, no one is coming in to save you. Like, no one is coming here to do what you need to do yourself. No one can do the job that needs to be done, only you. Like, you are the only person that can liberate yourself. And as much as, like, we all want to help you, at the end of the day, it, like, all starts with you. It's like, it can't be done any other way. And as much as, like, you want someone to come in and save you, that's not going to happen here. It just can't. Like, even if you had family members that wanted to come in and help you, like, at the end of the day, you have to physically, like, get yourself out of this situation. Like, you have to walk out of the house, or you have to sign the divorce paper. Like, you have to do something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make the phone call. Like, no one else can do that. But you will receive a lot of aid. That's what I'm getting. You will receive a lot of aid. But, like, you have to be the first person to start, like, the effect, like the ripple effect, right? And then you have Khadijah. A lot of you guys have kids and you're worried about what is going to happen, like, with money. Because at the end of the day, like, maybe at least this person provides, right? Like, again, this person gets away with the bare minimum, and it's like it's not enough, and I feel like you don't really understand that. But my concern is not like letting you understand what's enough and what's not enough. My concern is like getting you out of the situation. And I feel like if that's a concern, you have Khadijah coming out letting you know that you can provide enough for everyone here. It says, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Exactly. Like, Khadijah was the one that took care of her husband. Khadijah was the one that took care of her family. Like, she wasn't dependent upon someone else doing it. So I think right now you're like, I can't with the job that I have, or I don't have a job, or I don't have any skills. Like, whatever it is that you're saying to yourself, that's not valid. Like, there is someone that will hire you, or there is a job that you can do, or there is a way around this. And I do feel like if you need to ask people for help, like, they will be more than, like, everyone wants to help. I feel like you're probably the type of person, and I'm the same way, where, like, I don't like to ask people for help, but everyone's going to want to help you. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, and people around you want to help you. Okay? So yeah, Aries, I love you guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.